Ow. A car just ran over me so bad. Oh, Christ. You knocked my dick. Oh,
Using my mic, and my mic is all the way over here. What is up? So,
okay, so
let's get back to our
I need
conversation.
to jump on
Let's
this. I need to
let's
jump on this topic.
let's
really
give some
quick.
context. Let's give some context first.
Okay,
So
let's
there's
just talk
our
about the
argument
Xbox
is
One X.
yeah, well, our argument is Xbox One S is coming out soon.
X.
I said S.
X.
You
Whatever.
said S.
Xbox One X is coming out soon.
Thank you.
It's coming out December. And I feel that it's a smart thing to get. Seth feels it's not a smart thing to get. Michael, I don't know what he stands. I don't know where he stands.
I think Xbox
Now-
One X is gonna be awesome. I'm getting it right when it comes out.
I'm gonna state my point, and you guys are gonna be quiet, and you're just gonna listen, because it's
Okay.
my opinion.
I love you, Seth.
So, love you too. Now, totally not like relating this. I know this is much different in a much different point of view, but like with the 360 one, there was the 360, and there was the 360 Elite, and then the 360S, the Slim, whatever. Now, all of those were the 360, and yes, they were the same type of, like soft.
CEO.
Oh my Christ, you interrupted me. Yes, they were the same type of like software and whatnot, so it all kind of looked the same no matter what. But hence with if I can just invite you really quick.
Thanks, Dad.
Where are you? There we go. Hence with the Xbox One, I'm saying it'll be, since the name Xbox One is still in it, just like, there's the Xbox One S now, which is just a slimmer version. It's still an Xbox One. It's still the same software and whatnot. The Xbox One X is going to be, yes, different software and everything, but it's still an Xbox One console. Hence what I see right here, yes, it has the 6 teraflops of graphical processing power, 4K gaming, and compatibility with Xbox One games and accessories. That part right there, it's gonna still be limited down to the Xbox One, which is right now. So I think, yes, it's state of the art now, and that's amazing, but it's still gonna be held down to the Xbox One family. So there might be games that come out specifically for that console, considering of how awesome it is, but 2, maybe 3 years from now, there's going to be a completely new console like family when PlayStation releases their thing too, and it's going to be, well, probably not PlayStation 5, but say PlayStation 5, and then Xbox something, and it's going to be the completely new generation of consoles. They wouldn't start a whole new family or generation of consoles still called Xbox One. That's just like PlayStation making a PS4, then doing a PlayStation 4.2 or Volume 2 or something. It just wouldn't make sense. It's not worth buying all like the teraflops of processing power or 4K. Instead, you can just wait. You can just wait like maybe 2 years, a year and a half, or maybe even 3 years, and just wait for the next generation of consoles to come out until they finally get the ability to do the cross-platforming and everything with a whole new thing of consoles with a bunch of new games, and take the games they were planning to do and do it with a whole new generation. Because a lot of people just got like the consoles they have now. They wouldn't spend another $500 just to get the thing that is going to be old in 2 years. That's all I can think of right now. It's late. I'm tired. I want to cry. I'm hungry. Oh god.
See, I feel like they'll just abandon they'll abandon the Xbox One. I feel like they're gonna go right to the Xbox One X power, and they're just gonna completely ditch the Xbox One because they want to be more powerful. Like GTA right now is slow. It doesn't load fast enough for you to actually drive a nice car and go into the city and go and not see any pop-ins. I feel like they'll just completely ditch the Xbox One power and go into the Xbox One X power. and just leave any game that, like, they'll keep the games. We'll have the games. People on Xbox One will be able to play the games, but they won't load, and they won't be as nice on that on the Xbox One. But on the Xbox One X, they're going to be powerful, they're going to be nice, and they'll be able to go. They'll be able to run smoothly, unlike now.
Wait, is this a mission that we're doing?
Yeah,
What's
it's
up?
just resupplying.
So I don't.
No, I
like,
can agree with that 100%. It's just the fact of, I think, as obviously I'm not a company owner, so I don't know what is best for everything, but I think that they were originally making it, it's called Project Scorpio or whatnot. If it's this ahead of the time as what it sounds like or whatnot, they should have just waited and kept upgrading it as time went on, and then when PlayStation announced their little thing that they're gonna do, it can just be, oh, alright, here's what we have, and it's gonna be the next generation, instead of just adding the name Xbox One and putting an X, because now it's tied into the Xbox One, instead of making it a completely new thing.
See, I think they're gonna ignore that. Like, I don't think, like, as a person who would make a game, I don't think they'll care about the name. I don't think the name will put it anywhere. Like, yeah,
It's
you
like-
compare the Xbox 360 and the Xbox 360 Elite and Slim, but those are completely different. Like, the Xbox One and the Xbox S are the same, just with slightly different specs, very slightly different specs, in the fact that the power brick is inside the Xbox and the 4K gaming. But the Xbox
Yep.
X has a completely different hard drive and a completely, even the 4K was different. They used a completely different way to use it, do the 4K. So I feel like it's not gonna matter about what's out now compared to what's coming out.
No, I get that, but if you think of it this way too, like, even though games are becoming more digital and whatnot, there are many people who still like to go out and buy a copy, like a disc, just like there are people who have like an e-reader, like like a Kindle or something, and they like reading it on the computer or their phone. But there are still plenty of bookstores out where people like to go out and buy a hard copy. It's like when the Xbox One first came out, yeah, there were games that said Xbox 360 right on the top, and then games that said Xbox One right on the top. I don't think they're gonna just make one that says, "Oh, here's Xbox One," but have a big X on it, so it's just for that one.
See, an example
I think they should.
that I can see.
I think they should have just renamed it to something completely different, not Xbox One X, and announced.
See, I agree with
hey,
that.
This is going to be the next generation of console. It would have been so much more understandable.
See, I
Waited a
understand that
year,
fact,
so
but
it was
Microsoft
better.
didn't. They didn't change the name for some reason. I understand like that, but one of the examples that I can see is GTA now. It's an open world. You can drive, and there's no loading screens that you can see within that. I feel like once the Xbox One S comes out, there will be loading screens as you drive around and switch it into different parts if you stay with the Xbox One. Compared to if you go to the Xbox X, there won't be any loading screens. Like, that's one of the examples that I can see happening, is that they start actually putting loading screens because the Xbox One can't handle the full expanse of the new GTA world.
Well, then again, like you said earlier, GTA 5 is released in 2013. It's 5 years old.
Yes.
Soon enough, they're gonna announce like the next Grand Theft Auto. So who knows? Maybe the gun running DLC we just got right now, maybe that was like the newest, the last DLC we had, or close to the last. They're not gonna release another DLC and have the Xbox One unable to comprehend it. They're gonna make it so the Xbox One can, and then make another game and there's still going to be enough people to have it compatible with this, where it's still going to be nice, just like it was on the 360 and the One, this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still going to be able to run the same.
See, I can see that, but like what I said, I feel like they will make it so they can run, but they'll do the altercations that will be even more annoying. Like adding a loading screen. Like, say that this was on the Xbox this was released for the Xbox One X. Say the bridge under the military base that I just went through, that's why I'm using that, would be a loading screen to go through. So you'd end up in a loading screen as you go into the bridge, and then to get out of the bridge, you come out of a loading screen. Now, if you were on the Xbox One S or X, you would just go right through the bridge like normal.
I mean, to be honest, it's like the only time you really get a loading screen in this game is if you're joining a session or going inside
Exactly.
a building. And to me, that makes sense because I really wouldn't care about the fact of, oh, I don't want to load all. Well, right now, say there's like 32 people in a lobby. I'd really rather not load all 32 people's properties on my Xbox because chances are I ain't gonna go in all 32 of them. I would rather just load mine and that's it. And if it takes 5 seconds to load into my apartment, which it takes more like 10 seconds, that's fine with me.
Like what I'm saying, but like, if you were just driving around, you ended up hitting a loading screen because you're on the Xbox One. So your Xbox One can't handle the full world.
But they wouldn't do that. That's what I'm saying.
But they will.
They wouldn't release a game.
They will.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't release a game for the one. If they wouldn't release a game for the one, if the S could handle it and the one couldn't, because it is still an Xbox One console.
See,
They're gonna have to just release it for the S, or that's it.
See, you're still using the name as an excuse. I don't think they'll use the name. Like, I don't think producers of games and game makers will be like, oh, that has the same name, so we have to go by the rules of that console. I feel like they'll act like it's a separate console. Like they're supposed to.
Which it is. It is a separate console. But that's what I'm saying. You keep comparing it to, say, they released GTA 6, and then there's a loading screen in the middle of the road. It's not going to be that because there's still going to be so many people on the original Xbox One, and then there's going to be the Xbox One S. It's not going to be worth just making it pretty much incompatible to play on the original one, and then just they'd lose so much money off the bat. It just wouldn't work.
See, I feel like if you still have the Xbox One, you're going to be dedicated to the games. Microsoft knows that if you have the Xbox One currently, you are dedicated to the games, and you're dedicated to what they are. So, you'll deal with the loading screens. And then the people that buy the Xbox One X are going to be even more dedicated than you, so they're going to worry about them more. So they're going to make the game good for them, and not for the Xbox One S. I feel like, or Xbox One. I feel like they're going to go to the people that spent more money and are more dedicated to Microsoft than the people that stick on the old console, or to be the old console, and stop making games powerful so that they just can help the people that have less money. I feel like they go at, because I'll be honest, Microsoft, they're bloodsuckers. They want the money and they're going to go after the money. And by releasing this console, they're going after the money, and then they're going to have game producers go after the money as well. Because the people that buy the Xbox One X are the people that will spend money.
That's not true. Like for me, for example, yeah, I'll spend money, but it's like it's the difference of game makers. They'll release it for whatever console that offers them money to do it. Hence why if Nintendo really wanted them to play games, they would make a console that's able to play it, and they would make a deal, and they would pay them a crap ton of money, and they would do it. But it's Nintendo. No. But
Fucking Nintendo.
it's like.
I wish they came out with a Mario Xbox game.
It's like.
See,
I don't
you can also
really
compare
know
this to
how
a PC. Like a PC
is
gamer.
different. You cannot compare.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. But shut up. Here's what I'm saying.
Devin, you can't do it. You can't do it.
But here's what
can't
I'm
do
saying.
It doesn't work. No,
But this is. But here's my. Hold on. Shut up. Listen.
You're gonna anger someone.
I am, and it's gonna be hilarious. If you guys do want to join into this argument and conversation, I am looking at the chat. I'll read those. But here's what I'm saying. For
How many
PC,
people are in it?
I don't know. I'm not looking at that. I can't see that because I don't have it.
I bet you nobody.
I don't know. I'm not looking. But here's what I think. For PC, there's like people don't downgrade their game for the person who's using a laptop because they know that that person is not willing to spend more money on their gaming. Compared to a person who has a gaming PC, that is the level that they're going to play at. That's the level that they're going to try to get to. And that's the level that they're going to make their game go for. So with the Xbox, I have a feeling that they're going to go for the most powerful way to get it. I agree that they're going to keep some version of the game down to the X, or the Xbox One, so that those people can also play. But that is going to be an extremely edited version, an extremely shrinked version compared to what gets released for the Xbox X.
Facts.
Now, not saying like I lost my train of thought. Wait, I had a really good like thing. Oh yeah. So not saying like, obviously when people like make their own gaming PC, they spend thousands of dollars on it, and it and intent of it lasting, years. Eventually, no matter what you do, you need to upgrade it. So
Yeah, that's technology no matter what.
Yes, I know. I personally think, yes, the Xbox One X is amazing. It is fantastic. It's way ahead of its time compared to everything else that we have as console players now. But I'm saying, like, the Xbox One came out how many years ago, and then all of a sudden, oh, here's the Xbox One X, and then PlayStation's going to come out with something that's even better, and Xbox is going to be left in the dust because they released.
If I don't play
so
PlayStation,
early.
I don't give a shit what they do.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Everyone, it's just like, even people who played on the 360, a lot of people switched over to PlayStation because it was better. Now,
See, I'm
don't
not
you
going
think
to
if
switch
people
over.
got the-
I don't care.
I know.
Like, I'm
but that's you,
staying
though.
Microsoft.
Yeah, that's
That,
you.
that's you though, Devin.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
the
feel,
same way.
but the people, but
I'll
there's
stay with
games.
this. But people aren't people. If
But
you
then
think
that's-
about it,
That's also
They-
gonna
they
make
buy-
the.
they-
See, I can see that happening. I can see PlayStation outdoing Microsoft. I can see that, but I'm not going for that console, and that will also make other
That's
game
you.
designers. But listen, that will also make other game designers also up their game, therefore leaving the Xbox One even more in the dust.
that we're not talking about the Xbox One in the dust. We're talking about the Xbox One X. What I'm saying.
Yeah, but
is
that's
the
also
fact
going to
of-
take more time. Like, sure, the PlayStation might do a better thing immediately after Microsoft does, or a year after Microsoft does. But the fact of the matter is, PlayStation will always do that, and Microsoft will always work to be better. But that's the leap from the Xbox One currently and the Xbox X is so big that it's going to take a longer time for them to even make a better console. Because it's stronger than most PCs at this point. So that's going to make it so much harder to overdo it. The hard drive is so strong that it's even futuristic right now. The i9 isn't even as strong as the 6 teraflop or the 5 teraflop hard drive that's in the Xbox One X.
But this is what I'm
All
saying.
these
And
companies
just-
have
just-
the power to make more powerful stuff, but they don't want to do it because they don't want to do something too big, and then they won't make money on anything else.
what
And
I-
that's another
all I'm
that's another
saying is
thing. The
just listen-
price of it.
Just listen for a second. Just listen for a second. For $500, you get you get this thing. What I'm saying is, the Xbox One came out whenever, and then the Xbox X is coming out when. What I'm saying is, if you think about it, I know you don't.
See,
care
I
for
get what you're saying.
but
You're saying that they're gonna
just
create
listen,
a better.
listen,
I get what you're
listen,
saying, though. I
listen.
understand that.
No, just listen. People switched over to the PS4 because it was better than the Xbox One. That's not you or I, or maybe not even Michael, but that's people. The Xbox One X is coming out way too soon. So don't you think PlayStation has been keeping an eye on this and they're seeing everything Xbox is doing and they're like, we're going to be one step ahead and make this console and keep it secret so Xbox can't change anything. So then when they release it, they're already screwed and we have something ahead of them. All I'm
But
saying
I
is
don't
if they
see-
were to if they were to wait to release the Xbox X and just wait longer for people to be like, all right, I've had this console for 3 years, I've had it for 4 or 5 years, I'm ready to move on. They get so many more people going over, and they would get more inside information from their competition, and it would be more worth our time and money
See-
because it'd be even further into the future, and they could make it even better. It's not worth the 500 now because as soon as you buy it, PlayStation's going to release something that's even better, and then Xbox doesn't have enough time to make a whole nother console because they just made one.
See, I see that. I understand that, but I don't
'Cause
think
this has been in the
Microsoft will
works for
care.
years.
I don't think. See, I don't think Microsoft will care about the people that then
They
switch
care
over.
because
But the thing is, I don't.
yeah, they do. It's
The people
money.
that don't
It's
do
always the
PlayStation,
money.
the people that don't do PlayStation, are gonna stay with the Xbox, and they're gonna buy the Xbox One, or they're gonna buy the Xbox One X. So they're gonna want to do that. They're gonna do that, and that's the people that they care about. See, I'm not saying that it is going to be outdated at some point. When it is going to be outdated, I'm not sure. Like when Microsoft decides that they're gonna make another Xbox after the Xbox One X, good for it. Go for it. But I don't think it's going to be as short of a timeline as you think. I think it's going to take a lot longer for Microsoft to break out a new console. Sure, PlayStation might break out a new console right after Xbox does their release of the Xbox X. But it's going to, like, the gap between the new PlayStation or the new Xbox after the ones that are coming out for that one is going to be a lot more severe, making the Xbox X already a good thing to go for.
Yeah, it's the Xbox One X is going to be really good when it first comes out, and I agree with that 100%. It's the fact of I understand what you're saying of Microsoft cares about the people who stick with them, but I'm just using PlayStation because it's their main competition. If PlayStation has been keeping an eye on this the whole time and keeping quiet, like companies do, it's they're not gonna go, even though it's a company, Microsoft, that you've been with forever, they're not gonna go for a console that's outdated. They would rather go for a console that's released a year later, that's a completely different company, that's so much more advanced and so much more better because they know for a fact that they waited and they've listened to everything Microsoft had to do and it's so much better. They're just releasing it too early. They should just wait and then completely change the name of it, not make it an Xbox One, and not have it limited to the other consoles off the bat. They should just scrap it, not continue with the Xbox One years, like 1 or 2 years from now, and then just completely make a whole nother family so it's not limited because they're tying themselves back to it. So you're spending $500 or so to just cripple yourself until they finally do everything or release another console because they always do that. I'm saying like I don't think they would release an Xbox One X and it be so fantastic, but have it not crippled by the fact of it's still going to have to be with these games because they're not going to cripple the old consoles and they're not going to cripple the new ones because that'll just make the customers unhappy and they don't want to make the customers unhappy at all.
It's Microsoft. Come on.
Yes, they want to get yes they want to get the most money, but they don't want to make anyone happy because like you work like in like a chain restaurant, you know the very fact of customers can get very picky, and as soon as they don't get what they want, they don't have to come back. They can just do whatever they want. They'll go to someplace else that gives them what they want better and faster.
See, I still
thing.
feel like they are going to, because it's not even Microsoft that's going to ignore the Xbox One. It's going to be the people that are creating the new games for the next generation of console that are going to ignore the Xbox One. Because they don't care. As long as you're buying their games, they don't care. And I feel like they will, sure, a game creator will go, okay, this game is too strong for the Xbox One. Let's make a separate version that the Xbox One people can play. And sure, yeah, sure, you can play with the Xbox One and Xbox One X can play together. But the difference in gameplay, the difference in loading, the difference in graphics, the difference in the amount of stuff within the game is going to change. Like, say, there's items like a table wouldn't be in the Xbox One, the Xbox One's version, but in the Xbox One's X, because they can take that. Now, a table is a very, like, thing that doesn't matter. But say that thing mattered. Like, say that thing changed the game. The fact of the table, as I say, is not there.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just like, more detail, but
See, there's more detail.
like Michael
Plus,
said,
say that table is a barrier. Like, if that barrier was, if we were playing Call of Duty and that barrier wasn't there in the Xbox, but it was there in the Xbox X, it would completely change the game.
yeah, no, but just like the whole conversation we were having is if it was worth buying, Now, Michael's gonna buy it right off the bat, and that's his choice. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not buying it right
Me
off the bat. I'm
personally-
seeing what's gonna happen with it. Like, if it comes out and I see people that just bought it and they're saying it's terrible, I'm not gonna get it. But if I see people saying it's great, it upgraded my gameplay, it makes GTA run faster, it makes whatever else, Rocket League, because Rocket League right now is very struggling. They added their new update, which added more stuff, and Rocket League is jittering due to the amount of stuff in the game and the graphics that it takes, because the Xbox doesn't have enough power to do it. So the
Or it
amount
could
of
just be
change.
the fact of them adding the stuff in the update just isn't running well, and then they update it and fix it.
Well,
have to
it's
keep that
it's
in mind,
the
too.
graphics. It's already been confirmed that it's the graphics that are affecting it. The graphics are too strong for the Xbox One to handle. So that jitter can lose you the game if it happens at the right point. Just like if you had the Xbox One X, you wouldn't have that jitter.
Okay.
Therefore, you have a better chance of winning the
yeah.
game. I don't have access, Michael.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, my bad.
Michael, I feel bad because you haven't talked to one bit about this whole thing. What do you think?
I don't care. Just keep doing what you guys are doing.
Come on, you're in here
Great.
to talk, Michael. Come on.
Well, I think it's worth the money.
Expand.
$500 right
Because-
off the bat.
Jeez. I think it's 500.
It is 500. I have the page pulled up right here.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the money.
No, which
Yeah.
it is worth.
God, you suck at this, Michael.
I mean, if this was a sports topic, I'll be able to talk, but it's not, so I'm out of it.
Fine. Compare it to Madden.
Oh, Madden's gonna look 10 times better on that shit.
Not just look, like what
I-
gameplay-wise.
Oh, Madden's gonna run smoother better too. It's way faster. It's way more powerful than the Xbox One. Because the Xbox One, it runs so smoothly. Imagine a bigger, more powerful console. That's gonna, oh my god. I can see Tom Brady a lot more clear.
Jeez. Alright, well, we've been on this topic for half an hour now. Let's wrap it up.
No, it is like the world's most powerful console, and it has like 40% more power than any other console, and it has like immersive true 4K, and it does have like
that 40% is gonna bump it. It's gonna take like 4 years to any company to beat that.
not exactly because
I can
Yeah,
see
keep in mind-
PlayStation immediately coming out with something. But
that's
for
what
my
I'm saying,
argument,
though. And you
See, my
you
argument
know
with
for a
that-
fact that you know for a fact that they were trying to do cross-platform
But you
stuff.
have all those
So
Microsoft
what I'm-
people that stay with Microsoft and all those PlayStation people that stay with PlayStation.
see also,
No, but this is what I'm
I'm
saying.
talking. We're talking
You
about
know
how
for a fact
I feel.
they were trying to do the not PC but Xbox and PlayStation be able to play games together. You know they were trying. But
That's
the
never
fact
gonna
that
happen.
It was so different.
That's never gonna
it-
happen.
It
I hate to say it,
though, 'cause if
but
you-
it's never gonna
It
happen.
could,
They
though.
are too much.
The only-
They are too competitive, and they are too anti each other. That is never going to happen.
No, because the only reason they couldn't do it here was because they made the consoles so much different. They couldn't make it together. Now, what I'm thinking is, the Xbox releases the X.
I think they're gonna be. I see.
PlayStation.
That's a completely
PlayStation
different
releases this.
conversation.
But think about it. If they could combine the two of them, right? You know how much more money they would make, because people
But
will be
there's
like,
the thing.
"Oh, I can play with these people. I can play with these people." Now,
But that's the thing.
if
They
now
don't
that's
care.
the case, if that's it, they,
I think they'll butt heads way too
But
much.
it's,
You know, it will never happen
company,
just because.
just like you said, it's money. It's money. Think about it. Like Apple, they made the Apple Pods, whatever. Yeah, they took a risk because it was money. If people have been dying to play cross-platform, it would make both companies would make an insane, just a tremendous amount of money and like an unfathomable amount.
But here's
If
the
they
other
could
thing.
do that, if they could do that, and then PlayStation released
didn't
something
pay
that was even
attention.
better, wouldn't you go with PlayStation? Because
Exactly.
people would go with PlayStation
And that's
because it's
why I
so
don't
much
think.
better.
That's why I don't think they'll do it. If PlayStation comes out with an even more powerful thing than the Xbox, Xbox will not do it due to the fact that people will switch over because you can play cross-platform. That will also run into the same problem of this one is now too powerful to join up with this one. Now, they'll run into the same problem that we have had because they're just making it too different. And I have a feeling they'll keep doing that. And that's why I don't think they'll ever team up. Just because the companies are always going to punch heads together to even get better than each other, to get all the people. There's also the fact, we were talking about how I feel like I can spend that money to get the better console. I'm going to spend it on Microsoft. I'm not going to go to PlayStation because that's a completely different thing. I've never used it, or I have used it and I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of PlayStation
No,
now.
PlayStation's
All those
good.
PlayStation fans out there,
I
you're chill, but I'm
That
I
just
is-
can see
that-
like
that's my thing.
I can see with them like, all right, you
Seven.
you would want to
Yes.
stay with whatever,
around.
or probably forget. But it's the fact of
They
okay,
run over
so
me.
yeah, even if they don't join forces to become a backwards compatible thing, they're still okay. Then they're going to be rivals. Now you always want to win, so you pay $500 for this console. No, okay, a year and a half, 2 years later, PlayStation releases this thing. Then you gotta wait 3 years or something for Xbox to release something. If
And right
they
there,
stay on
that's
this
5
trend-
years that you had to wait, and that's an appropriate amount of time to then go out and buy another console. Because at that time, the Xbox One X that you just bought is going to be running a little bit slower due to the fact that it's 5 years old. Just like the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, it was completely different. Like the amount of time between the Xbox X and then the new Xbox, the next generation of Xbox, I feel is going to be an appropriate amount of time between those two that I can
No,
buy the
I
Xbox
agree.
without putting PlayStation in the middle of it because I know I'm not buying PlayStation.
I'm not saying it's going to be years or whatever in between. All I'm saying is the fact of they release this. PlayStation's been extremely quiet. They release this, right? It comes out, it's amazing. You pay $500, and it's worth the $500. And then soon after, PlayStation comes out with this thing that's even better, that can run even more, and then that leaves the entire Xbox in the dust. Like even the Xbox One, even the Xbox X, it leaves it behind because they've seen what they have to do and they've done it. Now Xbox One and PS4, they released around the same time because they saw what each other was doing and they tried to mimic it. Now PlayStation hasn't said anything about this. So they're sitting back and they're listening and watching so they know what they can do to completely crush us because they already have so many more people who switched over to PlayStation. They know that if they just wait
I'm-
and release something even better, they've got everything. They've got
But
everyone,
that's the
everyone.
thing. I feel like I can spend the money. Like I can spend the money on it because I know I'm not going to PlayStation. Whatever they do, I'm staying on Xbox unless Microsoft shuts down
That's
every
you.
server.
That's-
I'm
That
staying
wasn't
on
the
it.
question.
But it was the
That
question. It
wasn't
was
the
the question of, do I feel like I can spend the money on the console because I think the console is
No.
going to be updated? Yes, it was. That was my
No.
question.
The-
Because I said I'm going to buy the
question
console, and you
was,
said it's
do
not.
you
You
think-
shouldn't.
the question was, do you think it was worth it to buy it? I say
I
no,
do think it's worth it to
because
buy it.
They
Right there.
because
Because I'm not
they-
going to be
because
switching over to PlayStation.
That's not what I'm. I don't
But that's
think
why I
worth
think it's
to
worth
buy
it, because I'm not switching over to PlayStation, so I don't have to worry. I have to worry about when the next
You don't have to.
Xbox is coming out.
I don't think it's worth it because if you think about it, both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One now, they have the same type of games. They can play it. It's the same way. They run pretty much the same, which makes sense. They're releasing the Xbox One X, right? And these games are going to be amazing, phenomenal. And then PlayStation releases this thing, and it's going to be even better, amazing, phenomenal. No, don't you think Xbox is going to have something else tucked away, a slightly better, upgraded version of the Xbox One X? That's not going to be called Xbox One. That's going to completely match the new PlayStation thing. So, like, yeah, you might get the Xbox One X, but immediately after, they're going to release something else that's even better
See,
to
I believe-
counteract the new PlayStation thing that comes out. 'Cause you
See,
know
I
it's
believe
gonna
that there's
happen, 'cause they
gonna
always
be-
do that.
See, I do believe that that's going to happen, but I believe the space between that happening is going to be quite large due to the amount of power that they already put into the Xbox One X. That it's going to take a longer time, so say maybe 3 years before they're able to take out another Xbox, not with a minor update or a minor upgrade like the Xbox One to the Xbox One Slim, but a bigger console that would start a whole new generation. I feel like the amount of time between those two are going to be greater, kind of like the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One.
Now, like even like the Xbox One X is extremely far ahead of everything. It's not going to be that difficult to say they make that, and then PlayStation releases something even better. They already have that technology in their palm. It's not going to be harder to just say, all right, let's make it instead of 40% faster, let's make it 10% faster. Let's add 1 more terabyte of hard drive. Let's add 1 more floppy, teraflop, whatever it is, of this, and boom, there we go. We got a whole new thing, and it's not that different. But just adding one of almost everything is.
See, I feel like that
and
also wouldn't
renaming it,
affect-
People are gonna go and buy that.
I also wouldn't affect that wouldn't make that wouldn't make me feel bad that I did it because it's only 1 terabyte. I don't think it would extremely affect my gameplay at that point.
No,
But we've been talking about this long enough. Let's move on to a different conversation. I do want to announce the fact
How
this
about
the
the New England Patriots?
Shut up, Michael. I do want to announce the
that's
fact
over.
that
It's
this
done for. No one cares anymore.
that this is
People care
going
about
to
it
be
when football
the
season
last.
starts again.
All right, hold on.
7 days.
I do believe that.
It's not 7 days.
Let me.
yet.
Yo,
It's not.
Let me
it's not
announce.
the 7-day mark.
let me announce
Where's
something.
Tom Brady?
I do want to announce
No one
this
cares.
is going to
we hear,
be.
We hear about him constantly.
Jesus
We don't hear
Christ.
anymore.
Tom Brady.
You don't hear me.
I
talking-
wanted-
You don't hear me talking about hockey all the time. No.
Help.
It's
Help
off.
me.
We don't need to talk about it anymore. We heard enough about Tom Brady and the Patriots and Deflategate and him being the greatest of all time and having all these awards. We
he's
hear
the
about it
best.
every single day still. We don't need to hear anymore. We hear about it when football starts again.
Well, that's my life.
That's it.
All right, shut up, Michael.
I know.
I
and
do
get
wanna
that, but
announce the
At this
fact-
point, it's the same news.
Bye, fuck. I want to announce the fact that this will be the last Talk About It to show up
I wanna
on
like
XP
Tom
Hunter.
Brady.
Michael, I'm gonna hurt you. This is going to be the last Talk About It to show up on XP Hunter. It is moving over to Strictly Gaming, which is now going to be this first video. So if you are watching this on Strictly Gaming, welcome. Strictly Gaming is going to be a channel that me, Seth, and Michael are going to be all together. It's a group channel with us 3. The videos will at least have 2 of us in it, maybe 3 of us at some points, but mainly every video is going to have 2 of us in it. So we're all excited to do this. I've been working on this for years. We've all been working on this for years. About a year now. Yeah, I'm excited to get that up. A few other things will be moving over to Strictly Gaming from my channel, including some GTA racing. I gotta go find the book now. I wasn't prepared. So, the things that are switching over is Talk About It. I wasn't prepared. I had to get my book out. The 2v2 will be switching over. That's me and Seth versus 2 other people. A new series called Game Battles is gonna go to Strictly Gaming. I made a lot of accidents there. That would be me, Michael, and Seth going on 1v1, and the person to get the best record wins. And then I think a few other things are switching over, but those announcements will be later on down the road. So I hope you guys are excited for the new thing. It should be fun. Videos will not have a schedule yet, due to just scheduling everybody together. But yes, that's going to come out soon, and it hopefully will be fun.
So how about soccer? Yeah, the worst sport ever. Yeah.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Sorry, I had to mute the mic. I was talking. I wasn't listening at all.
Did you mute him?
I muted the mic and took off my headset because I was talking to somebody else.
Oh.
Soccer is trash.
You can say that, Michael. I don't care. So, move on to another topic.
Can I say something about soccer that annoys me?
Oh, jeez. Alright, fine. We're gonna stick to this topic, I guess. Go ahead, Seth.
Okay, something that annoys me about soccer is actually I have a few things and I would like to say them without being interrupted.
Alright.
First of all, I don't like how the timer goes up, and then I don't like how it's supposed to be X amount of time, but then eventually it's just kind of like, oh, we go over this time to account for other things. It should just be going down. It shows how much time is left in the game. It's easier. Second of all, I don't like how a lot of times it seems like they're babies and they wear short shorts. It kind of scares me a little bit. And then third of all, I don't like how it's just like they seem so fancy, and then it's just like, oh, here's a card, and it's just like whistle, and then they like yell at the ref, and it's like, oh, red card, okay, you leave, and then it's just there's no interaction between players whatsoever. It's just give me the ball, and they don't talk and they don't do anything. It's just I don't know. It's just the fact of it seems. I know it's more physical than what it seems like, but it just seems very unphysical, that it just kind of, I don't mind playing it or watching like my friends play it. It's the fact of I couldn't go to a game, like a professional like game, and watch it on TV and like enjoy it. I don't mind going to like say Gillette and watching like Revolution play or something. That's different, but yes, that is my
I have a thing about
that is my
soccer.
thing. What's that?
Why are they all bitches?
What?
They legit complain about
Well-
getting poked.
Alright, soccer is a very petty game, yes.
Terrible.
But there's also a huge difference from European soccer
Like
or
those
European
grown men.
football to American
American.
soccer. There's quite a
Yes,
difference.
okay.
Like American
Yeah.
soccer is a disgrace to soccer. It is. I'll be honest. It's bad.
I'm talking about
There's so much more stupid drama that happens within that.
European is better.
European
It
is
is.
like you're it's much different. They don't see there is some things that make them look very weak. But that's just trying to pull a penalty. That's just them trying to be like, "Oh, he hurt me. I want a penalty on him because he's good at the game and I don't want him on the field." That's just part of the game. That's like getting in a fight.
Whine.
They whine to get the penalty.
A part of the game is to whine to get someone thrown out of the
And they
game. That
fake
doesn't really seem like
injury.
fun.
See, it's just the same thing as hockey has fighting. They fight to get the player out of the game. This one, a bunch of European dudes, but a bunch of European dudes aren't
The
going
game as well.
to start throwing punches.
And hockey, they don't necessarily do it to get it thrown out of the game. If they want to get someone thrown out of the game, they're
That's
just
also
gonna, like,
America.
they're just gonna deck them over and over again. They don't fight them.
Yeah, that's also America. But it's
make
like,
them run over each other. But
I
then it's the fact
understand
of,
that you
if
some
you
of the
fight
things
someone, you get
actually
the
hurt.
penalty too.
If you slide tackle somebody, it hurts. It's not a comfortable thing.
Well, yeah, because you fall and you just fall like completely. You get like the legs taken out from under you when you fall.
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah.
not a comfortable thing. In football or soccer is definitely a contact sport. People that say it's not a contact sport, it definitely is a contact sport. It also is the least amount of padding sport and the sport with the most concussions in it. More than American football.
Well, considering the fact of football, it's a lot more physical. Well, of course they need to have the least amount of concussions because they have insane amount of padding, so you don't like get crushed by
Yeah.
a 300-pound man going 18 miles an hour and slamming into your head.
It's there's a definite difference. And American football is definitely
football is way American football.
soccer, I mean. No, soccer. Don't know why I said American football.
Oh,
But soccer in America is a disgrace to...
to. Kid.
No. Football in America is, yeah, sure, good. I like football in America. I will watch, and it's
Football's awesome.
it's good. It's a good game, and I like it. And I can understand people don't like soccer. I understand it. I get it. It's for certain people. It's getting bigger in America. Like it's definitely growing in America. The fact that Gillette Stadium just yesterday was filled with over 33,000 people for soccer is great. Compared to a football game, no, it's terrible. But compared to games
But it's
compared to
It
soccer,
holds 66,000.
Michael, I just said, compared to football, it sucks. Yes, I admitted that outright, right in front of you. I said
The
it,
New England Patriots sell that out.
Mike. I already said it. Stupid.
I know, but I like the-
So shut the fuck up.
Now,
Honestly.
yes, like soccer in America will never be one of those the big like.
No, it's
there are a
it's
bunch of
gonna
sports, like,
it's
like,
slowly
like,
growing, but it's not gonna
tennis,
grow as
like,
much.
Tennis and golf, those are sports too. But like, no, the top three sports are hockey,
Baseball,
well, top
hockey,
four are
and football.
hockey, baseball, basketball,
And basketball, yep.
Those are the big four. Soccer isn't going to be one of those.
No, soccer is gonna stay low, stay out of that. Soccer is going to ultimately stay a European sport.
Oh yeah.
good.
Like it's not going to
You don't
grow
want it,
bigger
right?
than those.
Exactly.
It doesn't have enough power to grow bigger than those. But it's also like it's surprising that it's gotten this big. It's gotten quite big compared to what it's been. It also helps that I've been playing it for 9 years. So we all have our bias to it, to the fact that we've been playing these games for X amount
We've
of
all
time.
played soccer and baseball at one point, which is the two main sports
That is true.
everyone plays.
Yeah.
Public schools, man.
Good.
Yeah,
Baseball.
I like soccer. I almost called it football again. I like soccer just because it's a game that I've played. I understand it. I find it fun. I didn't fucking ask you, Alexa.
Yo, ask Alexa if soccer is fun.
No, I don't. I'm
Is
too
soccer a
scared.
good sport?
I don't know what she's gonna answer. I'm kind of scared about what she's gonna answer. But yeah, I
did.
agree. It's all due to the person.
See, me personally, I would like to see stuff like, oh, I don't know, like snowboarding or stuff like that. Those to become more popular. 'Cause they don't have to
see
be
men
aired.
take other men out on the football field.
That is pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, like I see I don't think they're big enough. I don't think there's much of a different I hate to say it, but I don't think there's a big enough difference for those to become hugely popular. You know what I mean? Like after you see the same trick 30 times, you're gonna be done with it. Like they're an
that's-
Olympic sport because every
Well, that's what I'm
whatever
saying.
amount of
That's what I'm
years
saying, like,
is gonna
it would
use
be
this trick.
cooler. It would be I'm not saying like aired. I mean like it'd be cooler to see more people doing it. Like give it a shot.
I mean, if you
'Cause
go
the worst
to
that can happen is you don't
if
like
you
it.
go to a mountain, you can see a ton of people. It's not a small thing. People, about a bunch of people do it. It's just never going to be televised. Like, a lot of people do it. Like, almost everyone does that at some point in their life. They want to learn to snowboard. They want to learn to ski. They want to learn to skateboard. But it's never going to become like football or soccer or something like that that's televised. It becomes a national sport. Or it becomes like not a national sport. It is a national sport, but becomes like a thing that we would watch annually.
Everyone likes it, but you gave it a shot. You know, you never know.
Well, people
Just more
see
should just try
people.
it.
A lot of people like it. It is a big thing. A ton of people like it.
All right, I have work in the morning, so I should probably go to bed. Okay.
Alright. Devin, you staying on?
I think Devin's like headset's dying or something. I don't know.
Alright, sorry about that. I was talking to other people. Yeah. I mean, we're almost an hour in. So
How many people do you
Yeah.
have to talk to?
there's a thing going on. So yeah.
What?
Shut up, Michael. Yeah.
So you tell me to talk and talk about it, but you tell me to shut up.
10. Sorry.
What
Move on.
logic is this?
But yeah, where I can see, I don't see skateboarding, snowboarding ever becoming televised.
He said he's going to bed.
Okay, Michael, you and me have a conversation. It's kind of how a podcast works.
Alright.
So the new
Alright.
college. Oh,
Okay,
he's still
bye.
here. Hi, bye.
I'm gonna go. Goodbye.
Bye bye. See you soon. So, Michael, we were talking about the new Call of Duty at some point. I don't know about the new class system. Like, I can see what they're doing. They're following the footsteps of, whatchamacallit, Rainbow Six.
I think Call of Duty, they've always wanted to do it.
See,
but
they're
it's
following.
just the way Call of Duty is, because how big it is, that people love the creative class. That's the reason why they're staying. But now they realize how big they are, that they're just going to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, it's not always the greatest thing. I can see it working. I'm just worried that they're not going to give us enough control of it. Like, I'm hoping that they keep the fact that we can add grips and we can add stocks and we can add extended mag and we can do camos and stuff like that. I hope they keep that kind of stuff, but they do like set classes. Like, this is going to be an MLG class. It has this MLG and this secondary. I can see that. Like, I'm okay with that, but I hope they give us the option to add the attachment that we want.
I don't know what Call of Duty is going to do. It's really confusing.
Like, I know they're doing like. I just hope they give us.
I know they're doing well, some of the stuff they're doing, but
See, I can see them taking. I can see them. I don't want them to take too much control away from the player. That's my fear. Because if they do that, people are just going to get mad. And I'm hoping if they get too mad, that they'll still leave in the option of them updating it to the fact that we can create a class. Like, I hope they have that in the back burner, waiting to maybe sneak that in if needed. But I am super happy that they're going back onto their old ways.
yeah, I hated space.
Like, I was okay with space, but I'm happy that there's going to be a foot to ground going with that way. It's just going to be so
I
much
miss
better.
it.
I know. It's going to be so much better. But the people, the people that grew up on space and floaty stuff are going to have trouble. Like, me and you and Seth, we all started on Modern Warfare. Foot to ground, you're running, you're dodging, you're not leaping and running on walls. So it's going to be easier for us to do it than the other people that are like started with running on walls. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I've already pre-ordered it. I was a sucker and I pre-ordered it. I don't know how smart that was, but I did.
That's one of the main reasons I want a game share with you.
I even got the deluxe edition.
Again, that's one of the main reasons why I want a game share with you. Can I get the private beta?
I'm usually not a sucker for DLCs. I don't buy DLCs. I don't spend money on a game after I've bought the game.
Well, Black Ops 2, I had to buy a DLC. There's a difference.
See, I didn't. I didn't
Black
buy
Ops 2 is the greatest.
a DLC.
Oh, Black Ops 2 is so good.
See, I liked the game, yeah, but I didn't go all out buy all the DLCs. This is the first game that I've ever bought a DLC, and the first game that I've actually bought a deluxe edition and pre-ordered it. 'Cause I just never done that, because I feel like you spend the money to buy the game, you get the game. The only game that I've actually spent money on, other than buying the actual game, is Rocket League. I spent quite a lot of money on the keys for that game. Oh jeez, hello cop. Yeah, I'm super excited to see that come out and start playing that. I believe the beta, the closed beta for people that pre-ordered it, is December or November 12th. Not sure if that's correct or not, but I believe that is true. I would definitely be playing that.
When is it?
I believe it's December or November 12th.
It can't be December because it comes out in November.
Then it's November 12th.
I'm pretty sure it
Possible.
comes out.
Then it's a different date. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do, and I'm really excited to play a foot to ground game again. Other than like the remastered version. Which I haven't played in a
I'm
while.
gonna get off GTA. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom.
Alright, well I guess that is a good time to stop. Talk about it will be around an hour, which it's 56 minutes at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, this is the last... Jesus, Michael. This is the last talk about it on my channel. It's going to be moved over to Strictly Gaming. You will see this on my channel and Strictly Gaming. Oh, another thing that's moving over, nice echo, is little bits of live streams will be taken away, like our argument earlier about the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. Little snippets of that will probably be taken away and put into smaller pieces. That will most likely be on my channel, so that you don't completely lose talk about it. You just kind of lose the main live stream version of it. This is live stream over on Twitch. It is not live streamed on YouTube. I kind of think I want to keep it that way, just because it's easier to transfer a Twitch live stream than doing a live stream in general. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we do these more often. It was quite hard to get this one going, but I think once we get Strictly Gaming going and off the ground, we'll be able to go smoother. Hope you guys enjoy. I hope to see you in the next video. And subscribe to Strictly Gaming, because we're going to be posting stuff, me, Michael, Seth, and hopefully next live stream, everybody will stay for the whole time, and we won't spend a half an hour arguing about one subject. And tell us in the comments who won that argument, or who you agree with, because I think I like my side, but that's a little bit biased. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have a good day or night. Peace out.